coming in here for us later today. We've got the FOMC. We've seen the crypto markets. They're a little bit unsure what's going on. Some of these altcoins have been melting down today. I was just looking at Banter Bubbles just now, and it's a pretty red. But we did get the 𝗕𝗔𝗡 launch from the airdrop and stuff. So maybe that's going to boost a couple of things. So what I'm doing for you guys today is we're looking at this BTC situation. We're going to see, is JP going to send us to heaven, or is he going to send us to Goblin Town later on today? We're going to find out very shortly. Then I've got ETH. I've got Sol. We're looking at WIF. Maybe that's a meme play for us here. We're looking at this 𝗕𝗔𝗡. I'm watching the 1 minute candles. It's mad. I've got Sui updates. I've got Celestia. Then Simon's in the back with some indicator stuff for us. Maybe there's a couple of trades that are looking good there. So we got a lot to cover here, and let's get right onto this. It's amazing how sentiment can just change like that in a couple of hours. Yesterday, this Banter Bubbles was green. I was telling you guys how relaxed I was feeling. Now we are sweating. The altcoin traders are sweating. Look at this, a sea of red. And they've just launched this 𝗕𝗔𝗡 token. You can see on the right-hand side, 67% down at the moment. There's a lot of pressure here on the markets. I've seen Injective sitting on a big level as well. But there's heat all over the place. So let's first look at what BTC is doing. Then we're going to jump into some of these altcoins, and we're going to see, are there longs on offer here? Even though some of the guys are looking at shorts, maybe there's a couple of bounce zones for us. So let's just start out here with BTC and just try and get an idea as to what they're trying to do here. What is their plan right now for us? Well, here we are on the 4 hour. And you can see that nothing's really changed since yesterday, other than these altcoins bleeding out a little bit. So we had a lot of these alts breaking trends. They were looking nice and solid, and BTC was floating around. But the key yesterday was we had a dominance drop, and we had a big move on ETH BTC just shortly after I finished my show, and that gave us a bit of a boost there. But right now, what are we watching? We're watching BTC. This is a big level here, 42,600. This is now a big area for me that we need to watch. So what I can see playing out here potentially is we could be in the start of a downtrend now with BTC. So we got to take note of what is going on here. So what we really want to do is we want to start breaking new highs quite quickly. We want to see this smashed today and take us to about 44,400. Well, if you're a bull, well, if you're a bear, well, right now, this is your rejection zone and your TP zones that you're going to be looking at. And support levels here for the bulls, 41,800. This is a big area, this 382. And I was telling you guys yesterday, this 382 is a deep burn. This 382 stops getting hit on some of these altcoins that we are trading. Then lower down, another massive area here for me, 40,500, 618, 100-day moving average and horizontals here for me. So big levels to watch, 40,500, 41,800, 42,600. These are big levels today. We're going to watch these for the FOMC later on. These are going to be key levels for us, because if we get some volatility, we want to know where BTC could potentially bounce if they want to wick us down and things like that. And if we get some kind of pump, we need to know where we can sell, where we can TP, and where we can potentially look to exit and maybe open up some shorts here. So these are the big zones that I'm looking at today. And I'm seeing right now BTC is printing a slightly greener candle. And I wonder if it's on the back of this 𝗕𝗔𝗡 launch. So here's this 𝗕𝗔𝗡 thing. I've pulled out the 1 minute candles. It's probably the first time or the second time in my life I've whipped out these 𝗕𝗔𝗡 1 minute candles. So I mean, there was so much hype behind this. Everyone was talking about all this liquidity coming into the Sol ecosystem. We must buy Sol, we must buy the meme coins, we must buy all of these things. So obviously we're looking at some of the meme coins today, so we are going to be dealing with that. I also want to know who is here today, who's in the chats. I am running a bit of a poll, and my question was regarding this current situation here with the 𝗕𝗔𝗡 airdrop. I want to know what you guys are feeling now. You know, are we selling this news here, or are we pumping some of these Solana meme coins? Let's see here. Let's see who's here. Nizam's here. He's looking for Bonzo. Daniel's looking for Super. Fahad's present. Maritza's here. She's always here. Alex is here. Welcome, welcome, welcome. Felicia, good morning. Okay, good to have you guys here. Cyclone says he's feeling apish. James says it's short season. Well, guys, we're going to find out. We know Sheldon's banged out a couple of shorts. I wasn't necessarily super bullish on things, but I'm looking for a couple of moves lower down. I like to wait for my basket to hit. I wait for these guys to come down and jump into my zone. And that's where I like to strike with some of these altcoins. So slightly different strategy today. But we're speaking the same language here. My targets for my longs are actually some of the targets for his short setups that he's looking at. So let's just see this poll I'm running. So far 295 of you had voted. So can we get some more votes in here? 57% are telling me that this is priced in so far, and 43% thinks, well, this money is going to flow into the Sol meme coins. So we're going to talk about some of that now. I do want to take a look at a couple of factors, because today it's FOMC. It's a big moment. It's a big deal for all these markets. And last year we found that BTC was slightly decorrelated from the S&P, but there might be some kind of link one more time. So what I want to show you guys today is something interesting I've been working on for the S&P. And I've gone back in the S&P from to November 21, and I wanted to show you guys something I found on the chart here. And when we have a rising price, if you can see this price here from November 21, when we have a rising price and a declining RSI, it often leads to a dump. That's called bearish divergence playing out here. And then we had the same situation here on the 16th, 20th of June. We had the price going up, we had the oscillator coming down. What happened afterwards? They gave us a dump on the S&P. And right now we've got the same situation here on the S&P. We've got the price moving up and we've got the oscillator moving down. And are they getting ready for some bearish news? Are they going to dump things harder? Is history going to repeat itself? Is this bearish divergence going to repeat itself? Well, you guys are going to have to decide how you want to play that. But in the meantime, you guys are going to laugh at me. I've tried an S&P short one more time, okay, on Prime XBT. I've opened up my first starter position short. I know we're going to get some volatility tonight, so we might get a pump. But the chart is telling us that we are potentially heading down again in the near term. Daily bearish divergence doesn't play out immediately as you see it. Could take some time, but as you can see in that chart, what's going on there is that it started turning over right now. So we're going to see how it goes. For those of you that don't know, jump into the link in the description, Prime XBT. If you want to be a trader, if you're trading crypto and things like that, wouldn't it make sense to be able to trade some of the other items as well? The S&P 500, gold, oil, all these types of things. Well, Prime XBT allows you to do both. So as you can see, I'm now trading the S&P 500 on Prime XBT. And it's a simple ascending crypto there. So they've got global markets and they've got futures markets, and there's a 7% sign-up bonus there. So if you put in $5,000, you get 7% to trade with extra. If you put in $10,000, they give you $700 to trade within your trading account. So you can then use those funds, obviously, to do whatever you need to do. Maybe that can be your short. So if you want to join me on the short, some of you, well, let me know if you think it's another suicide mission on the S&P, but let me know. So here's my first short. You can see what I've done here, and I'm going to look to potentially cut if we start breaking these highs again. So let's go back to this S&P chart, and I'm just going to zoom in for you quickly, and you can see we have gapped down a little bit today, but the day is still young. It's a young puppy. And a lot can happen between now and the FOMC stuff later on. So expect a lot of volatility. But what we can see going on here is we've gapped down. So my plan here is to potentially look to start cutting the short if we start pushing higher above this 4,900 level. So if we start pushing into these type of areas, I'm going to start looking to cut that short. But for me, there's potentially an opportunity to add on any bullish move here, on any bullish pump. So say tonight they get some talk, and in the minutes they say something dovish, and the market start pumping. That might give an opportunity just to add a little bit extra there. But the bigger picture for me is that this looks like it wants to come down. And what are my targets here? Well, my first target is 4,800. And you can see that's just a simple horizontal play here that I'm looking at, 4,800. And then a bigger picture play here, 4,600 and 4,400. Now, something interesting that I also noted during last year, we had situations where the S&P was pumping and crypto was coming down. And, is this a sign perhaps that the S&P dumping? Maybe crypto is going to be pushing up again. It remains to be seen. We'll see how this plays out. But that is what I'm looking at currently, guys. So good luck out there for your S&P shorts. Remember, Prime XBT, you can do a mix of everything in there. Okay, let's go Let's look what's going on quickly in the news. That is not good for us, okay? Pain in China again. Remember, they unlocked some liquidity. We were very, very bullish on China a couple of days ago. Well, things have turned one more time, these guys. So yeah, they're feeling the heat there. So that's working against general markets. Then we've got 𝗦𝗚𝗡 saying, well, he's got 425 million of BTC buying coming in. So, he's feeling quite bullish. And Don Crypto Trades leading into FOMC. What is he saying? Open interest is grinding up. What does that mean? It means everyone's opening positions, longs and shorts. And you know what happens? They come and flush you up. They come and flush you down. The guy talks a little bit. It goes up, it goes down, and then it resets basically to where we were, before he started talking. And, you just get wrecked up and down. So guys, exercise extreme caution tonight, especially for the 5 and 15 minute candle leverage traders. Look after yourselves out there. Things can get wild. We've seen these BTC candles. They'll send you a few percent up and down either way. And then I love this guy. This guy was saying BTC's got 3 options here on the short term. He says reclaim 43 and it's Gucci. Take out the lows below, deep retracement into range support. And he says at the end of the day, who gives a fuck what she does in the short term? The main question is, are you going to cry or are you going to bid the best performing asset of the last decade? So again, guys, if you're a trader, it's slightly different. But if you like buying your BTC, does it really matter? If you're buying it now, you're buying at 38, does it matter in a few years' time if this thing is trading at $200,000? I mean, are you going to tell your grandkids you saved $2,000 the night before the FOMC on your BTC play there? So it doesn't really matter that much unless you are leveraged to the hilt, and then we get greedy with some of our entries there. Well, I see Alex is giving us she's slamming us with some fundamental and macro stuff here in the chats, guys. So see what she's got there. She's got a little bit of things to say there. Alex, keep it coming. Good information there. Okay, another thing that was bothering me yesterday, this dominance. This dominance is a situation, and pumping dominance is not what we want as altcoin traders. So even if BTC is green, if we got this dominance ripping, it just means the alts aren't performing as well as they could be, and under a bit of pressure. And a reminder, if BTC is dumping and dominance is pumping, these alts get absolutely smashed. And you really need to be on your toes with things like your stops and your risk management. So this is dominance on the weekly, and right now is pushing into the 100-day moving average. So I've highlighted these for you guys because I wanted you to see how they react on these moving averages. And you can see we had a little reaction here on the 50-day moving average. That's in red. And now we are pushing into the 100-day moving average. And is that a potential rejection zone? Yes, it's possibly an area where we might get a breather on some of these alts. So let's watch this area closely, because if we blow through this 100-day moving average, our next reaction area that I'm looking at is going to be somewhere up there, 54.5%. So that's going to hurt. But if BTC is pumping, it's not going to hurt that much. But if BTC is dumping, we are going to be rolled up in balls crying if we are sitting in long alt positions. So we need to be careful. Look at Simon. He's nodding his head so hard.
Don't want to cry.
We don't want to cry. We're here for fun. Okay. So I'm bringing Simon back on just now. He's prepping a couple of things for me. Simon, please check, just double check dog with hat. I'm teeing something up there. Thank you so much. Okay, let's go. Let's look at this ETH situation. So here we were yesterday. This is ETH versus BTC. And, at one point it was looking absolute killer. We were talking on the show. We were seeing the signs of an ETH versus BTC reversal that 𝗨𝗏𝗏 was talking to us. It was singing in my ear. And, look at it. It gave us a beautiful candle. And, the alts were off. They broke trends. We made some profits. Everyone felt very smart. And now they've started reversing it with the Chinese news last night. They couldn't keep us moving, unfortunately. So the Chinese news didn't help us, and now they're sending it back, ETH BTC. So let's see how this one plays out. But they did tell us we were going to get a reversal there, and we did get that move, and that really helped us get ETH over the line, along with this news. Okay, CoinDesk, what are we saying? ETH could hit 4,000 by May to mirror Bitcoin's rally. Remember, guys, there is an ETH trade on the table here. And if it trades the same way as the BTC ETF trade, we know that ETH is going. ETH is going to 4,000. ETH is going to 4,500 with the hype and all these types of things. We know this. If it's going to trade the same way. And those of you that remember, I opened a CoinCore option on ETH for later in the year. and my targets there were 4,000 to 5,000. So if you want to open ETH options, it's another way you can trade long with using leverage, essentially. You just sign up to the CoinCall link. You can open that ETH option. And if you think ETH is going to be 4,000 by May, but you want to chill and get on with your day job, you can buy that option, throw the grenade, walk away, and come back in May. And if it hits your target, then you've made your money. So that is one of the options you can play with. And here we are on the ETH chart. Now, this is what I was looking at. And look, I'm feeling a little bit more bullish on some of these altcoins, because what we've seen is a typical trend break. And, you know, the bears will argue X and the bears will argue Y and the bulls will say whatever they say. And I'm just looking at what's in front of me. And I've got a trend break here on ETH. And we've seen a nice little reaction down here at this 2280 region. And you can see ETH is now trying to push higher. And what we really want to see for the bulls, we just want to see this 2,300 level hold. So I'm long ETH currently from this area. And I did post it on Twitter earlier today. I said, yeah, trend break for ETH. Bulls are looking for longs from 2.3 to 2.250 because you miss 100% of the shots you don't take. Am I wrong? Am I wrong?
You miss all the shots you don't take. Look at the 5 minute on Bitcoin, quick.
Okay, let's see. So guys, follow me on Twitter there. It's at the Lord of Entry. There's my account. You can see I'm posting setup and ideas and some funny stuff throughout the day. Let's see the 5 minute can. Oof, this BTC. Oh, this BTC doing it for me. Okay, now remember guys, we can't get too excited here. Okay, we're looking at resistance zones here, 43,700. We've got to watch these highs. Okay, we need to crack these highs. So if you've got your BTC charts in front of you and you firing up your trades and all these sort of things, keep your eyes on this number right here, 43790. Okay, that's a potential rejection zone here for us on BTC. So just keep watching that while you're watching me, obviously, because we're going to nail some of these trades here. Okay, so ETH, that is my play for ETH. I'm long for ETH. I'm long ETH. If you want to exit, okay, 2280, you lose today's low, 2280. That could be an opportunity to bail. So it seems like a fairly low risk sort of entry. And you know, if this is the start of the move, okay, then that was your low. Okay, and if it isn't, well, then we get stopped out and we start looking lower down. We're looking at bigger areas here where we could try and grab a potential ETH play. But right now I'm looking at a trend break, I'm looking at a retest, and now it's potentially pushing higher again. Tonight anything can happen, guys. 3%, 4%, either way, wipe out everybody, and then we'll see what happens. So again, exercise extreme caution later on today. Okay, here's the news everyone's been waiting for, the Jupiter airdrop. Is this a giant flop? Let's see. Let's look at Sol. Okay, so Sol's still looking okay. Right now, decent reaction here for Sol, just above our 382 fib at 96.43. But you're not out of the woods here. So this could very well be the start of a new downtrend here for Sol. So you need to just keep your eyes on this. We want to continually break these new highs. We want to really just blow through this area, and then we can be super bullish on Solana. But right now it's just retesting its resistance area. So we can't get too excited at resistance. What we can do as as bulls is we can get excited on support zones. So what I can say to you one more time for Sol, look out for wicks tonight, 96. Look out here. Look out for a move. If things start dumping 90.5, we need to understand our zones. Where are we looking for buys? If 𝗕𝗏𝗀 comes here and he's hawkish, or he says some depressing stuff and these markets start falling over, where are we looking at for our little scalps? Where are we getting these hot zones? So right now in front of me here, call it 90 and 90, 95, 96 for Sol. These are potential scalper zones, and if we do start this type of move with Sol, we could very well be in a situation like that, and we're going to have to play that potential trend break over there. So we're just going to need to be patient, but we know we can buy on these solid support zones, and then we can see what they want to do and what their plan is, and we can work it out from there. Okay, if we're buying meme coins, okay, on this Jupiter airdrop, okay, where do you look? You look at Sol meme coins and things like this. And I saw this tweet today. I found it quite interesting. This guy, I don't know, 𝗕𝗫𝗀𝗀𝗀𝗀. He says price action on WIF looking good. OpenAI decreasing good. Funding decreasing good. Long liquidations good. Okay. And when we look at the chart, it's dripping, dipping down. This is WIF 1 hour. And, you know, dog WIF hat. You guys know this is one of the flavors. And I've called in my special Sniper Club signal extraordinaire. Okay, we hide him in the Sniper Club. He's not. I don't let him out. I actually keep him in a cage, and I don't like to unleash him on you guys, because he's my secret weapon. But here he is, straight out of Sniper Club.
You're not
Talk to me about this WIF.
You're not the first person to keep me in a cage either. That's weird. Eh? Okay. All right.
Talk to me about this WIF.
All right. Do you want to show my screen? So, okay. Where are we? There we go. Cool. Okay, so I've brought the 4 hour up. Oh, let's not draw all over my stuff. Hang on. There we go. I've brought the 4 hour up, and one of the things that I noticed almost immediately was the momentum waves on 𝗕𝗪𝗡 and the RSIs on LuxAlgo are literally bottoming out quite nicely. One of the things that I look for is, let's give you an example of a previous one. Previous time momentum came down, it got this sort of thin blue line, thinned off real quick, and it gave us a green buy. There was a bit of indecision, and we got a green buy, and off we went. And that translated to this move here. And what I'm seeing here is we've sort of been making our way in the momentum down. We're now sort of at this point where the blue line's got extremely thin, and if what we see here, and so many times before, is to be believed, we should get a nice wick into this order block, and then we make our move, which will translate to the next move up, like so.
What level is that order block?
So it starts at 25.62, give or take, and it comes down as far as the wicks over here, which are 21. So ideally, you'd want to pick your order up somewhere in the supply area of this block, and then have your stop loss somewhere below the order block.
I love that. Okay, and I love this shit, especially when it ties in to the science. Okay, and my chart is telling me I've got a 786 pull here, tied in with some horizontals. It looks like the dream pullback area here for WIF. So if you are bullish on Solana ecosystem meme coins, okay, whatever that reason may be, that's your business. Here's a potential setup here on WIF. Okay, so I've opened a starter position on WIF just in case this liquidity in the market starts pumping things. I've opened a small starter position here on WIF. I'm looking for a bigger position if we get this move into the 786, because that's going to tie in nicely with that Lux description over there. And then we can also see this oscillator down here is also looking to turn a little bit higher. So just the way, you know, we planned that bonk trade, which is another Sol meme coin that could actually could get some legs. But yeah, this is interesting to me. I think they've been selling this for a while, and yeah, time to look.
Yeah, seems to be meme coin day, doesn't it? There's a lot of memes that are going first. I don't know if that's indicative of the people that are in the market at the moment, or maybe just the intelligent ones aren't trading because of FOMC, and only the lunatic degens are trading like me, because I've got Pepe as well.
Oh fuck. Okay, let's finish some of the Sol stuff, and then guys, there might be a Pepe setup, believe it or not. I mean, isn't Pepe like an old dinosaur token now? You know, aren't we done with it?
Yeah, it's not good.
Is it not good? Is it terrible?
It's not, the trade looks fine, but it's not good that I'm still looking at it, if I'm honest.
No, that's not good. I mean, you know, we like old dads and we trading meme coins. You know what's going on here. Okay, let's go through some of the things from yesterday. So let's just eyes on this dupe. If anyone's interested, back to 1 minute candles. Okay. So we'll see what's going on. So, you know, the guys are selling their airdrop. This is the plan. What are they doing? They want to spend the money. You know, the assumption is they spend it all on these Solana things. Okay, so we'll keep watching this one. Okay, update on Render bulls. We've still got this Apple narrative. We also know that Render has moved onto the Sol ecosystem, if I'm not mistaken. So a lot of bullish things happening for Render, and definitely, you need to keep your eyes on this. Hot zone for me And we looked at this one briefly yesterday. We still good here. 382 and horizontal support. This is a hot zone here. 4.35 for render. This is your support region. This is what you want to be watching right now. So any pullbacks into this zone, for me, it looks like a buy area. Even a little wick down into the 50-day MA looks like we could still remain bullish unless we start losing this trend. So eyes on this trend. If we start losing the trend, then we know exactly what their plan is. They're sending us back into the range. Okay, and you'll be sitting here with me and Simon or whatever in a couple of weeks, you know, maybe in a week, saying, oh, you know, the indicator's telling us we're looking for longs and this is where we're sending it from. So quite a simple play here. You know, we're bullish in a rising trend. We're bullish on retesting horizontals, retesting a 50-day moving average. We lose that trend. We know the plan. It might just take a little bit of time, but, you know, at least we'll entertain you while we wait. And, you know, you're going to have a picture, something along these lines for render. And we're going to know when to strike because we're going to work on all our levels. And we're going to get it right for you guys. Okay, so render bulls, that's the plan. Upside targets, I still like 5.07, maybe one last push in the next couple of days. That Apple narrative ends 2nd of February, I think. Two more days.
That's
so potentially... Yeah. Okay. So Scott says Stacks is running. Now remember, guys, Stacks is running if BTC is running, and Stacks was one of my charts I had for you guys. It's not on my screen, but I just want to pull it up as an example. So let's just remember, you need to look when BTC wants to pump. You need to look at Stacks. And oh, there it goes. Okay. So, that is nice. Okay. So this, this is still a sniper club trade that won't go away. It's like a bad rash. You know, we still haven't been stopped out of this trade. Our stop is under this 1.449, and Stacks is fighting back one more time. So let's see how that goes. Stack support, you can see this area 1.475 and a little bit lower 1.45. So these are still the main support areas for Stacks, but again, reliant on BTC strength here. We need BTCs to really start pushing. If BTC is going to show weakness, Stacks most probably is going to roll over. So if you are sitting in this trade from the Sniper Club guys, and I mean, you probably picked this up from me as well on my show, when it's pumping like this, you know, maybe it's time to de-risk a little bit, maybe move your stop back to entry and see how that plays out for you. But you know, if you get a pump like this, maybe it's good to de-risk there and just bring your stops up a little bit just to be safe. Okay, cool. Let's go back to business. 𝗬𝗪𝗐𝗐 says the best show in town. Guys, this is important information. Okay, if you think this is the best show in town, like and subscribe. You hit the bell. Okay, you subscribe and you hit the bell and you like. Okay, those are the instructions that I need to say every time. I've got a whiteboard here behind me, and I'm hopefully at one point going to start saying it when I don't have to tell you that I have a whiteboard behind me, but I have to remember to tell you guys. So if you like this, like and subscribe, hit the bell so you get the notifications, and when we go live. Like, for example, tonight, Sheldon and Run are jumping on a live FOMC stream, and you wouldn't know that. You wouldn't know what time they're doing it because you got to like and subscribe to hit the bell, and then you'll get notified. Okay. Somebody said chaos is unleashing. Who said that? Johan.
Oh, no. Don't be saying that.
He's unleashing. Okay, let's look at strength. Okay, we've had a weak day all day long. And what do we look at? You know, we look at some tokens that have performed okay. And what I want to pull up here is 𝗬𝗎. So 𝗬𝗎's been looking pretty strong most of the day. And here we are. And again, hardly moved. You know, we had a pullback today. Things were looking sweaty on some of these alts, but there was stability here from 𝗬𝗎. So those of you trading 𝗬𝗎, my plan hasn't changed yet. Okay, we still need to pop this high from earlier or from yesterday. We're still looking for this 1.72 for 𝗬𝗎, and support you want to watch 1.46, and we're in this rising trend. So same story. If we lose this trend, that's when things start turning bearish, and then we play a different game. Okay, but right now we can't be bearish until we've lost this trend, and this is an 8-hour trend that started you know, late January, 23rd of January. It's been running for a while. So when we lose that trend, then we can turn bearish. But right now, we're just going to play the trend game, the same we did with render. And, you know, as long as that's holding and the guys are pushing 𝗬𝗎, it's going to keep climbing. Okay, let's go. say, here's another example. Okay, so say is in a smaller trend. This is say in the 4 hour. So if you are bullish on say, you can see what's going on here. I've got a little 382 in play here, and you can see they've tried to wick down, and they've come here and they've tested this trend. So right now, maybe Simon, if you can also just dig around in the back there and see if you've got something talking to us here, maybe on the 1 hour for say potential reversal here. But what I do like for say traders, this is an area, this is an entry zone of interest, 0.68, this region over here. And same play, you lose the trend, things turn bearish, then we head down, and we're going to be telling you we're looking for a bounce at 0.58. That is our plan. But right now for me, this is longs in this area, and exits under 0.667. Close under that 0.667, and we potentially losing that trend, and things are looking a little bit bearish there.
I see you're a crypto lumberjack. Love it. It's amazing. The crypto lumberjack.
Is that a good thing? Doesn't sound good. Tim says best beard on Banter. I think I've got the only beard at Banter. I mean, look how big it is. It's like substantial. Yeah, he's growing his, but it doesn't count. It's got to get longer first. It's got to get longer. Okay, so dig around there on say. I'm interested to hear what you have on say. Then I want to bring the next one for you guys is Celestia. Okay. Oh, we've missed this one.
Which one?
Okay, so Celestia, look at this.
Okay,
so I dropped this one earlier today in Sniper Club. For the Sniper Club traders, you would have got this zone of interest here. For me, it was anywhere in this this circle here. So that would have been anything from like 16.55 down to 16.2. That's where I was looking for a bounce in this area. This is Celestia. If you remember, we played this game with Celestia previously. We had the same situation here. They came to this trend, and we caught that move there. So again, this doesn't mean that move is over. We might still come back into this region, so look out for that. A little bit of pressure over there, and same story again. I remind you, we lose this trend, then we can start turning super bearish on some of these altcoins. But until we lose that trend, we can't be that bearish. So Celestia traders, you are looking for supports here. 16.28 is where you want to be for support. 16, or call it 16.2. If you start losing that, your candles closing under that 16.2, it might be telling us that it's time to turn a little bit bearish, and then we're going to start looking at some levels lower down.
Just to say, I gave a Celestia spot trade last week, which we're still in, actually. The stop loss hasn't been hit. We moved the stop loss up about 9% above entry, so there's a second trade on the go as well. It's been a good week. Everyone that took the trade is up.
Okay, so good guys. Sniper Club, link in the description. Okay, here's an update on yesterday's Matic trade. I must update you guys on DYDX. We didn't get that break of that 50-day MA, so we're going to pull that DYDX up shortly. So again, Matic, no real changes yet. We can't be bearish. We can't be anything yet. We've got a 12-hour trend break here. And we're sitting in our entry box from yesterday. We're leading into FOMC. We don't know what they're going to do. Are they going to send us up? Are they going to send us down? We don't know. Okay. All we know right now is we have a 12-hour trend break. We've had a bit of a retest here. We're sitting in the entry box. And, that's a call you need to make now as to how you're going to play it. So I'm still sitting in Matic. Here's my trade that I took on Prime XBT yesterday with you guys. There we go. So I'm still sitting in this Matic position, and my stop loss currently is under 0.7675. Okay, so that is my current setup here for Matic. I bought 4,400 Matic so far, and I'm not going to add. We've been floating in this box now since yesterday. I was actually hoping for a bigger push, and you saw this morning. Those of you that took that trade, Matic actually pumped this morning a little bit, but then it started pulling back with that market pressure. So I'm not going to be adding now. I'm just going to leave it. And, I'm going to let Joe Powell do his thing. If he's going to send us to hell, well, then I'm not going to have too much in the game there. And if he's going to pump us and things are going to turn bullish, well, then I'll look to add a little bit later when things are starting to move.
People are saying Sol is bouncing. A few people have said that.
Yeah, so guys, same story. If you're saying Sol is bouncing, again, you just need to be careful now. Okay, so this could just be cleaning up some of the shorts. People have been turning bearish. So just remember the plan for Sol. Okay, so you've got to break these highs. Otherwise, we're just potentially going to carry on drifting. Just like I said, yeah, we're going to carry on drifting, and we're going to look at these hot zones for bounces. These are the areas we're looking for potential bounces on Sol. So right now, it must really break up now, get support, and then go. But until it does that, we can't be super bullish because Sol is sitting at a resistance area now. You know, let's see. Javier, I owe you Rune, my friend. He asked me 5 times yesterday, and I dropped him. I didn't get to it. Okay, so we're gonna get to Rune for Javier. Here's an update on Link for Link traders. I still think we need to visit this range high, so no changes here. But again, there's no entries here now. If you are in Link, you just need to sit tight. You know, this was our second TP that we hit yesterday. I added another zone, a range high. So if you're still sitting in Link, what you can do, you can cut if you lose 15.3. If your candle closes below 15.3, I'd say you can cut. Otherwise, look, 16.4 is the upside target. So if you're still sitting in this Link, then you know, ride it. I'm closed. I closed Link at TP2, so I'm done there. Okay. Javier says thanks. Now I better give him his Rune setup. Another thing I wanted to talk to you guys about, injective ecosystem, 100,000 new stakers in the last month alone. So again, what do? We look at injective and we try and see, is this in a good area or not? And you know, injective looks like it's under a bit of pressure, but we can't turn too bearish on it until we start losing the support zone. So let's see what we got here in front of us, and let's try and play this game quickly. So injective traders, this was a big area that I liked. This horizontal, this 34 region, you can see we've played in this 34 region many times before. They've taken away my pencil here. Okay, so you can see this 34 region is a hot zone here for me, and here we are, 618 and 34. So we've got a nice little horizontal. Let's see if we've got some kind of moving average supporting us here lower down. No, we don't have any other help there. So right now we've lost the 50-day MA. We can see that's on my chart there, but we are holding horizontal and 618 support. So if it's going to bounce, this is generally a good bounce zone for injective, like this little area here. If we lose this, simple revisit here. This is marked out for you guys. You're looking at about 30.5 as your next area. Okay, so and then we're potentially sitting in a little downtrend. Same story. Okay, and if you are sitting in shorts and things like that, well, your TP zone is going to be around about this region. This is a weekly 382 fib pool. This is a massive area. So 30.5 for me is the next play for injective. So if you're looking for longs, you can try a scalp long right here, 618 horizontal. If this market's going to move from here, this is what the entry you've been waiting for the last, say, 6 hours. This is what you've got now. If the scalp doesn't work, you're looking at 30.5 as your next level. Okay, let's fire up some Rune for Javier. Javier, well done on being so patient. Well done. The man has patience. Okay, let's pull this Rune back.
It's what you need in this trade, in this industry, hey? Bit of patience. But Javier, join Sniper Club, bro. I drop these charts in there every day. There's a Rune chart in there every single day that I update for you. Okay, so this is what we're looking at now for Rune. You can see we've got pressure here. We've got 618 pressure. We've got 100-day moving average pressure. We've got horizontal pressure. So Rune's not going to blow this without a fight. Okay, so we've had a big move. You can see what's happened here. We got the little 618 bounce from Rune, lovely, pushed up, broke into the old range. That was a nice look there, broke through the horizontals. Okay, so we know big support for us for Rune. If it's coming back down, it's 4.44. That is massive support. And you can see what's going on here. I've got the 100-day MA fighting us. I've got the 50-day moving average fighting us. I've got a 618 and I've got horizontal. So this is a huge area for Rune. So what I can suggest here for you is, obviously, this is not the ideal place to be longing. You're longing into a massive resistance zone. This is where the bears are now firing up their shorts. Okay, this is essentially a short area. You know, and I'm sure if Simon pulls out 𝗨𝗏𝗏𝗏, it's going to show some heavy looking shorts. So the only way to play this, if you're bullish, in my opinion, obviously, if you want to open a long in this area, if you're bullish, that is up to you. But in my opinion, it needs to break higher. It needs to pierce the 50-day MA. It needs to break the 100-day MA. Then it can come back and retest this area for me. And then potential longs for Rune at about 4.81, 4.82 could be a play.
as long as we get that confirmation of support. You can see what they've done here with these candles. They're selling it in this area. Let me just zoom in a little bit here for you. So you can see we've got a nice cluster of resistance here, and that'll make nice support for us once we do break through. We've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 8-hour candles here of resistance banging into that area. So if we do pop through, we can buy that retest with relative confidence and see if that holds, obviously. And if it does, well, then we're cooking. Then we're pushing to our next target.
Rune's got a chunky order block that it's sitting in right now as well. And the RSIs are completely topped out. I'm looking on the 8-hour at the minute.
Look,
I don't know if you want to show my screen at all, but there's
I've got a big order block here, and that's
that's the same one,
that's a bearish order block too, with a thicker green band, right?
Yeah. You don't want to be opening along now. I mean, if you want to bring me up real quick, there's all sorts of reasons to get out of this. If I don't know, am I up now?
Yeah, you're up. It's a TP zone. We understand that.
Yeah. Well, there's the long. Here's your take profit. You're sitting inside this order block. Momentum waves topped out, and it's giving you a clear signal. The RSI has also, it looks like it's good at getting to a point where it's going to. Oh, hang on, I'm off the screen. That's what's going on. There we go. There you go. It's going flat. That's exactly what I drew. This is going flat. There's every reason there that we're going to have some sort of retracement.
So I'll tell you what I suspect will happen. If BTC pumps, Rune blows through this. And anything that Lux says doesn't matter, falls off the table. Definitely. We've seen it break Lux before. Cass broke Lux, Rune broke Lux. If BTC pumps, Rune blows through this area, and we're looking higher up. If BTC stays stable, then I'd say maybe Rune runs out of steam at this area.
It's 5.9 region for the next order block as well. So if BTC breaks up, that's where we'll be looking to get up to. Either here, 5.5. or up here in the next block, somewhere like that. But all eyes on BTC, eh?
And very important information here. Rowan says, dark hats are better than the white hat. Guys, I've got a whole selection of hats here. Okay, let's see what else we got. AVAX. Let's pull this AVAX up quickly for you guys. Okay, so AVAX has been floating around. Simon, did you pull this one up as well on your Lux?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, so my quick summarized view on AVAX. Bullish, 33.4, anywhere in that area, or 31.2. Summarized version. What do you got there?
Not as straightforward. What time frame are you on? Sorry, just now.
This is the 8-hour.
You're on the 8. Let me just jump out and take a look at that. Hang on. I've drawn some lines already. The thing that's slightly conflicting with this one is normally I would be interested in. Well, we're between order blocks at the moment. We're kind of in this space here. I'm looking at the momentum wave, which has already kind of come down to this point here. It's not topped out anymore. But the thing is, on this one, you look at other things, there's this red cash flow wave below. And what we're seeing is it's actually starting to flow up quite heavily. And obviously, when it goes positive, look back here where it went from red to green. Look what we got. We got this move. So I'm looking at this thinking, well, we're getting quite close now to this kind of zero line. So what I would expect to see is this RSI finish resetting, this to go green. And then from the looks of it, the VWAP is also giving us, it's facing up as well. So although the order blocks don't line up on this particular one, and neither does Lux Algo's signals and indicators, we can look past that and we can see the sort of other elements. And cash flow plus the VWAP, it's showing to be quite bullish as well. I think there could be some sort of, what was your level? 33, did you say? Was it in line with these candles, yeah?
Yeah, so 33.5.
Yeah,
and
kind of
31.2.
Yeah, so there's a lot of points here where we've been in this sort of support and resistance area, which is around the 33 level at the top. And then down here, there is an order block down at 30, but I don't see us getting that low. I think we'll probably be somewhere around here. But yeah, cash flow and VWAP for this one.
DC Wood says, Pump it. Harvard says, getting ultimate DGen vibes from Dill. Jeez, guys, wait till you see what I have in store for you. We're bringing a meme coin like segment. We're working on it right now with a guy. But you know, there's some absolute savages in this office. These guys, the way they trade these meme coins and things. And I'm working on a couple of things here, but I'm going to bring some of that alpha to the show. And, you know, we're going to have a little segment, 5 or 10 minutes here or there for you guys. The DGen corner, it's going to be filthy. But I'm going to bring you these meme coins that these guys are all talking about. So I'm working on something fun for you. Let's go. Let's do Pepe. We have to do Pepe.
I've got it up.
Okay, pull it out. Let's see.
Bring me up, man.
Pepperize us. I'm adding you.
Okay. All right, cool. So one of the things that's really interesting is all of the liquidity, all of the order blocks, everything is above the price action, everything. These often act as a magnet. Now, one thing that's interesting is the blocks are quite level with the red and the green bullish bearish side. They're pretty close. I just wonder if this is very, very low. This is down at -92, which is incredibly low. We've not been down here for the whole screen, certainly. This RSI is incredibly low. The momentum wave is very low. The VWAP's facing up. I just wonder if we're not going to bottom out here in this reversal zone and blow through these like butter, which will be interesting.
So, okay. And what is your horizontal there?
So at this point, we are, where are we sitting? We're at all the O's, 9430. To be honest with you, it's already ready to make the turn. We're very, very low. There's green dots. I mean, this wick here, which brought us down to 9168, could be the low. Just seeing where it lines up with it. Yeah, see, this lines up perfectly over here with this cluster. It just looks to me like we're getting ready now to make the turn. There's no take profit sort of icon here, as you do normally get with the shorts, but that doesn't mean that we don't get sort of a bit of action here, one dip maybe further, and then the long signal. So we're gonna have to watch and see what happens, but this is already giving us green signals. This is giving us sort of a nice flat look. So the cash flow and the RSI look like they're ready to sort of make the turn. So we'll just have to watch it. But what's really interesting is, look, all the volume is above. I mean, there's a 50% order block there. It's huge. So it looks like there's a magnet to the upside.
So yeah, what I can give you guys, I'll just show you my chart quickly. Okay, what I can give you from my perspective, Pepe. This is Pepe on Binance daily. Maybe one more bleed out. I'm loving the 786 down here, 885. So hopefully one more dip down into that area. And what you can do is you can pull a trend as well and just well, look, it's going to be quite a sharp little trend here, but you can look at something along these lines that you want to play with, and maybe we get this little move for Pepe into the zone here. That's what we're going to look for, and then we can maybe bang it out there. But look, there's an indicator saying a reversal is coming. We know that it sometimes makes sense to look at that. Okay, then there was a question on ICP for you guys. And here's ICP. So we were watching this one during the week. And guys, remember, these charts here as well. This is what you guys can do for me. In fact, this is important information here. Okay. If you drop the charts that you are looking for in the comments after the show, then I can have a list of all the charts that you guys want me to look at. I can go through them. I can prep some of them, and then I can select the best ones and I can bring it onto the show the next day. So please go to the comment section after the show, drop the chart name that you want, and I can play around with it. And otherwise, you can also go to Sniper Club and have access to my watch list every single day of the charts that I trade from. I dump in the Sniper Club every day, so I update those daily. And yeah, check that out. Okay, so here we go. ICP 4 hour. This is what we're looking at. 382 support. So this is interesting for me. It has moved into our first area of interest here, but we do have another hot zone lower down. So if you are interested in ICP, areas of interest for you now. 10.9, that is a potential hot zone. Again, it depends on how bearish this thing is tonight, how much volatility we get. We need to just watch and see what he has to say. Other than that, this is a hot zone right here, 11.68. So what you would do in this type of situation, this is the 4 hour. You can see we're trying to hold the support area. We've had a dip today. They were bleeding us out today. And you can make that assumption if you want. 11.386 is the low for the day. And, you could exit under that region if you're looking for a position. So this is hot zone A, 11.7, anywhere in this region. And hot zone B, then lower down, call it 10.8 to 10.9. Both of those areas, if there's going to be a bullish continuation here, both of these areas are potential areas where that move can happen for the next move higher, to print the next high. If not, we're going to be in a downtrend and we're going to drift lower, and then we start tackling the lows and things like that. So, bulls, you get the trend break, you get the pullback. If this move's going to continue, you buy in the hot zones and you push it up from there. Simon, thanks for hanging.
See you, bro.
Catch this man in the Sniper Club. He's there. Links in the description. Jump in there. I see ICP is starting to move now. Quite interesting. Okay, cool. Guys, okay, big night ahead. Luckily, you've got Sheldon and Run. They are going live for the FOMC later today. You have to be subscribed. You'll get the notification on Banter Plus. They are live on Banter Plus. They're going to hold your hand through that process. What you have from me, you've got levels of interest now. You've got a couple of entries that we've given you, so that should be cool. Remember, big volatility tonight. Don't try and catch a pumping candle or a dumping candle. Understand where your levels are, where you actually want to be buying. If you get that volatility, a lot of the time we hit these hot zones and these areas. So just be ready, have it in front of you and just have your areas ready, and just play it safe. Don't get wrecked, because tomorrow we're doing this again. Okay, tomorrow, whatever they give us, if the market's bullish tomorrow, we're looking for entries. If the market's bearish tomorrow, we're pulling out these levels, we're planning it, we're going to get it right. So yeah, could be fun either way. So good luck out there. Enjoy the show later on, and I'll see you guys later.